see a Jujutsu Kaisen. Maki really was the star of the show for this episode. Her work rate, her skills with the tools, when she was fighting the individual that uses the shadow style, you saw the technique. It was interesting. Hold up, let me take this time to talk about the animation real quick. The animation was superb, every single detail. You people tell me your thoughts on that one. Jujutsu Kaisen seems to be doing its thing properly, really making a name for themselves. I already seen how much anime manga they were selling out worldwide. They seem to be doing their thing properly, but animation wise, they're coming with a bang. They're making sure this anime does hold a name. I was looking at the preview of this episode. I didn't think it was going to be as lit as it was, but I was glad to be proven wrong. We learn about the high years that they're trying to protect their ear with curse energy to make sure that they're protected from the person on the first year's team, accompanied by the other second years, that's able to use curse energy through his speech. That's the reason why he limits his speech. So of course they was always thinking about him. That's why they was trying to protect their ears. However, the other two fight showing the other girls while they was conversating about Maki and her sister, really. But that fight there, the girl goes into a conversation talking about a scar for a man is an honor or something like that, but for a woman it's seen as an imperfection. That woman needs to be perfect. They was having a conversation there in between battle, and guess what, that didn't take away from the battle. That there usually you'll see animes where they're spending 5-10 minutes conversating this that. Nah, the action still continued, but we saw the action that was going to unfold, the plans a step ahead, how much each character has grown. And this episode allowed us to see a wonderful technique, the straw draw technique, which is very, oh my word, that technique there, that was looking beautiful. The animation, I have to say again, wonderful. The way she was just hitting the nails on the trees and then it exploded with curse energy. Growth, especially from that girl we were seeing before. So this episode showed us a lot. Character development, character growth, showing their training for this event, for this tournament. Wasn't a waste. The growth of Kusasaki Nobara. Her fight, her growth in terms of her strength, her technique, the new technique we see. Wonderful. Brilliant. Seeing that she would have actually taken that girl out, the one that she called a witch, she would have taken her out, but the reality is you can't kill anybody in that fight, so she left herself open at that moment in time. How could she have known that she was going to get a shot from that far range? But yet again, I have to say again, animation, brilliant. And then the episode leads to Maki going and seeing her sister, and the way Maki, they're actually twins, which is quite interesting to know, but she's the older sister, I'm guessing. Though I see from the episode. The way Maki sees her sister, and she doesn't even act surprised. She doesn't even let that get in the way of her. More to it, she's just like, do you know what? You might as well call your friend that you're on the phone to. You might as well do a 2-on-1. That's how bold she was. That's how great she was. And this episode was her episode. This episode, let me say it again, was her episode. She done this episode justice. She showed this episode what talent she has, how she's effective with the items which she uses. So she wasn't afraid of taking on her sister. She didn't let the bond get between her. She knew the mission at hand and she stayed to it. The dialogue, the conversation, we see some backstory. It makes us, Jujutsu Kaisen play this well, to add depth to these characters, to add some understanding to these characters, to see where these characters came from, what clan they was from, how it holds significance, how one wanted to live a certain type of life and hated the other for it, and how one would have hated herself if she stayed in that life. And that's something which is very interesting, because real life does show this with certain people. Certain people, they will be angry at you because of you moving to a certain situation, because of you trying to make a change for yourself. They will not be happy. They'll feel like you have left them. However, we see how Nobara is amazed, is kind of looks up to Maki in the sense of her determination, how she went through certain things in life and was able to keep pushing, keep going, and how it's very important, very crucial for Maki to perform, because certain powers, certain forces at hand are trying to block her from achieving her goal of moving up, of standing on her own. And we learned that she actually wants to be ahead of her clan. So that's great to see. That's very interesting. So this episode really showed us an interesting section or aspect actually to the dome technique, innate dome fight, which allows people that may not, from my understanding, have the ability to actually use a full dome technique, but actually able to use certain type of aspects into it to increase their power, or to do certain moves that would be strong enough, or in a certain smaller radius have the guarantee of hitting you. Maybe in another episode I can go more in depth on this, but this episode showed us a lot of things, took us through a lot of things, right? So yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, this episode was lit. And what you thought I was going to end this episode without talking about how Maki caught that bullet with her bare hands. She ain't no joke, she's serious. And how serious was her sister trying to, use the dirt on the ground, use her gun to fight when she knew she couldn't take her sister down? But that's how much she hates her, Can you imagine? That's how much she hates her. Talk about how she lacks talent, this is that, and how she only went there because of her sister, all of those type of things there. You people tell me your views on that. But hey man, there's certain people in life, certain people have those type of views. You feel me? But yeah, this episode was lit, man. This episode was litty. Sister asking her why she joined Jujutsu Tech, and they have the little moment. She's talking about her fault and that. Yeah, that was interesting. I was just thinking about the episode. But anyway, the main things that I liked about the episode, the animation, the comeback. This episode was literally a girl show, really. We're seeing a woman take the show today, doing their thing, and it didn't disappoint. That's one thing for sure. You people, let me know your views, man. I don't want to keep this one on for too long, man. Like, comment, subscribe, check out my other content. Till next time, tell your friends about this channel, and I'm out.